don't know if it's... Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Hello! Right, this is a very special occasion because it is a Monday. And I'm actually making my video on Monday. So, Tammy gave me a text and she said you can choose like a theme or you can like make one up. And I thought, let's do this. We're gonna have a New Year's week. On Monday I get to decide. That shouldn't be a rule. That shouldn't be allowed. I'm terrible at things like that. But I think this year, it's this year. But yeah, this week, that is the theme, New Year's. So I want a list of things you did last year in 2011 and how your New Year's was, how you entered this new year, and then finally things you want to do next year. Or this year. Oh, it's also confusing. Anyway, so yeah. So I've got a list of things that are here. Okay, first of all, I have done as well in my GCSEs as I would have liked to. I got 5 A's, which I was very, very pleased with. I couldn't have done any better, to be honest. I was very pleased with that. I have left school and started college, and I was very, very scared about starting college. I thought it was going to be a complete nightmare, but it was actually fine. And now, yeah, it's great. It's great. I have spent far too much money on coffee and McDonald's. It's true, it's true. I'm awful. I've got like 1 sticker left on my McDonald's card for coffee. Awful. It says here, barely worn socks, which is true. Look, I'm not wearing them at the moment. It's awful. I've fallen in love with Nicolas Cage and Barbara Streisand because I think it's about a month ago now. I watched Funny Girl. And I was just like crying and like shaking, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, so I love Barbara Streisand, and Don't Rain on My Parade was one of my favourite songs before. I just had never seen it in Funny Girl. But yeah, it's got like over 100 plays on my iTunes. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I've met some amazing people. I've met you guys, which is great, and I've met like Talme, who I did kind of know I had met before, but like I wasn't friends with her. I've like recently become friends with her, and that's great. And then I've met loads of people like when I went to see Darren Chris. I met some great people and still in contact with them. So that was really nice. Okay, I'm not going to say that one. I've seen, yeah, that's another one, seen Darren Chris, which was the best night of my entire life. I'm not going to get into it now because I'll start crying again. I'll get all emotional about it. And Joe Walker was there, who, if any of you have seen a Harry Potter musical, Darren Chris is Harry and Joe Walker is Voldemort, and in the sequel he plays Umbridge. And if you haven't watched it, shame on you. Go and watch it now. It is the best thing you will ever experience in your entire life. Okay, another one. Seen Russell Howard. That was a year ago now. I've still got my ticket up there and it says 12th of January 2011. Russell Howard. It was amazing. It was in the Phoenix, which is this teeny weeny little venue, and we were in the 3rd row back, right in the middle. So we were like a metre away from him. Oh my god, it was amazing, and the tickets were like £15. We were so lucky with that. I've seen Ridian Roberts, that was good. Seen The Wanted, yes, I like The Wanted. I'm not ashamed. Smoked a cigar, in brackets, apparently. I don't remember it, but someone came up to me and said, oh, at Freshers, I saw you smoking a cigar. And I was like, oh, great. Sung until I lost my voice, yes. Only when there's no one in the house, though. I would never sing in front of anyone else. Had a breakdown over Harry Potter ending. That was extremely traumatic, I'm sure, for all of us. I just remember when the music started. The music, which is the same music they play at the end of the first one. And then my sister's friend came running up the aisle in the cinema, and we just like ran into each other's arms and just like sobbed for like an hour. And all the way home, I was just like, oh my god, life will never be the same again. It says, I have acquired some wonderful jumpers. That I have. Yes, I have. Spent too much time on the internet and become obsessed with queer as folk, which is brilliant. And then there's a few more bullet points that are blank, and then it just says Rebecca Black. I think that pretty much sums up my year. Rebecca Black, what a legend. Apparently, my sister always says that Rebecca Black looks like Talmay's sister Jasmine. She does. She really does. I don't mean that in a bad way. I love Rebecca Black. So yeah. Like, I was so annoyed when everyone started hating on her. I was like, no, stop it. Rebecca Black's a legend. My dad said she was a cultural icon. I'm gonna take his word for it. Yeah. So yeah. And now on to how was my New Year's. I went to a party and it was at this girl's house who I'd never spoken to before, and she lives in a tiny little house, tiny, and there were like over 50 people there, and we like couldn't walk. We were like, oh god, move, because it was like there was too many people there. So I spent a lot of the night lying on the trampoline watching because like loads of people set off those lanterns, you know, at New Year's. So it was really nice just lying on the trampoline and watching them all go over and watching the fireworks. That was really, really nice. Yeah, it was really nice. And I was really upset because McDonald's wasn't open at 3 o'clock in the morning. How dare they? Who do they think they are? And what else? Yeah, that was basically my New Year's. It wasn't that good. Although I got home, went to get into my bed, and there was somebody in my bed. I was like, it turns out my sister had some people over and let somebody sleep in my bed. So I just wanted to like get into bed, and then like in the morning my mum was like, oh, so did you like chuck her out? I was like, no, I just pushed her over and got in with her. I was like, I'm too tired, just move over. Yeah, and this next year I want to do well in college because I'm doing really bad and I'm really behind at the moment. I'm awful. Carry on with my photography, make it good, play my saxophone more, have fun in New York. I go to New York soon. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I hope you've all had a good New Year, and I want to hear what you've been up to. Okay, bye! Sorry this is long.